How is everything? Whenever you see. Hmm. How are you seen with your yeah? How are you seen with however you can see? Reflections, emotions. You can see with a lot. How are you seeing everyone? It's like however you can move, however you walk, when you're going anywhere that you can go, any place that you can find. In a moment before you get there, the emotions that you feel are the ones that have already been done. You don't know that everything has already been taking place before you got anywhere. How does that make you seem? It's just a real thing. It's a placement. It's a big deal. Every moment has already been seen. Everything has already been completed before you arrive. The things that you can do, you don't understand. This place helps you understand. It helps just everyone become a lot. On the inside of what you can have, there can be many, many pieces of fragments of things that you can understand of life, just all the time. Inside, you've already went through all the things that you've ever known. Whenever you dream, whenever you see things, enter rooms, hallways, places that you just are kind of starting to know. Those are places that are aligned with things that are going to be known. But you have to understand how to see Allah in those spaces. If you can understand how those spaces mean to what you can be in here, in these places, here, and how they can do that, then, well, you know exactly to be any moment of the exact place that you need at every time, at any moment. Even if it's something a situation that is introduced to you, you'll feel the pull and the alignment. You'll feel it a lot. And the more you open, the more you feel it, like all the time. And it just becomes something that's, oh, this is the way I have to be doing this right now. Whether you understand it or not, the more open you feel, the more open you are. The more open that you'll start to understand how everything will unfold of life before you get into it. And if you're open enough, these two places of these cleaning areas into the openings of life, into the situations that you currently are knowing, seeing at the moment, your house, your family, your friends, your job, the people that you go and see every day, or this places, or grocery stores, whatever it is, maybe TV, who knows? Whatever is aligning is something coming from the inside to the outside through the choices that you know how to be, through the emotions that you always are within. The more you become more open, the more you can understand how everything is being cleaned inside first before it's made to the outside. So if you start to remember everything that's happening inside, what's being cleaned, what's doing this, what's doing that, and how that makes sense to everything happening and unfolding to here, you'll see how your choices start to align. And whenever you start doing the right things here, and everything starts to be cleaning on the inside, your organs, health-wise, your emotions, everywhere on the inside will start to unfold. The more it's clean, the more those choices start to be clean. But there's a situational thing of a life that happens on the inside that people are not paying attention enough to how this correlates to how life is unfolding with your choices that you're making, but how are they actually being done? How are they actually connecting with everything in a real way? How is that actually possible? Whenever you listen to something and you hear frequencies, and that frequency hits and you understand, and that becomes something that people call downloads or whatever they may be, it's just an understanding of anything, of whatever at that moment needs to happen. And it starts to take place. That connecting area needs to be done. It needs to be like, come on, please, open, so you can understand. But you have to go through a lot to keep moving and processing to those things, because there's a lot like this, please help me, like waiting. It's like that. Like, it's hard to even say. Because to realize that in the open areas that people are seeing like this, there is something happening that not everyone is knowing. There's a reason why there's frequency things. Everyone is like understanding how it's becoming. Like people call downloads and stuff. I mean, you see how things start to become another way? I'm starting to understand, like more all the time. A frequency hits and everything starts to become, well, whatever that frequency is, it becomes in that place. Exactly in that placing of moments. That's what that means. It's like a matrix. Whenever, oh yeah, I need to learn this. Zzz, okay, that's a download. Boom. You automatically understand. Your whole body, physical, gets it all. Whatever needs to occur, a healing process needs to happen, an opening up of something so you can understand something and see something in a certain way, so you can learn it in a certain way. All those things take place. In that movie, it's just in a moment. but it actually is going on. Like, the way it's happening is just another thing. And your breathing helps everything, like everyone, process with it. The breathing is what everything is going to be processed. So a process needs to be understood. People talk about doing a lot of things. How do you start digging into areas of your life that are hard to even understand that they're still even around? Emotions, childhood traumas, things that need to just be done. How do you get into the right emotions, minds, to be able to love all the things that you may not really want to know how you can be in a real place of life because of things that may have occurred? There's something going on. There's a reason why people are afraid. You need to start looking in the mirror and seeing your reflection in a real way. What does that really look like to you? It's hard, a lot. But you need to start looking at everything that you've ever done and just be like, you know what, that sucks a lot, because everybody's done anything. It's just that way. It doesn't matter. But you need to start looking at these things and start healing your own places of life. It'll help you understand situations from different places and understand how you and other people could be alike. A lot. It helps you release a lot of things, and just people. And through these processes, you have to just release people. Sometimes you have to just do that, and it's okay to do. It's a hard thing to make right choices for whatever needs to be going on. But you need to start understanding how you love anything, anyone, at all. Everybody's not the same. People need in just different ways. People have understood life in different places of things. One person may have grown up in a different circumstance than another person, so their perspective on everything that they've seen may be different from another perspective of a person. One culture around the world, or whatever you want to call this thing, however you want to see. One person's belief is different because of the way they just know. You can't be upset at somebody by how they can be, because they're just trying to know. It's like judging just is not around. any longer. It can't be like that. Everybody just needs to be done with anything. And just understand that life can be amazing if you just are open enough to allow it to be okay. A lot. But working through a lot of these problems, because they become like that. If anything is in your life that you are being hindered with, because it's keeping you from really wanting to see a certain circumstance to better however you want to live. See, that could be something that could be turned into an issue. Like, in a real way. Spirituality is a health. People need to see spirituality as something that's for real. Your emotions are that way a lot. However you feel can be very different to how you are. It's a reflection of your inside. However you see everyone, it's like a reflection of everything that you do. Start looking at everybody and what's going on and see how that makes you feel. We talked about all that. But there's tools, a lot, if you learn how to do them right. I have a thumbtack. Schedule some moments. We can talk. You can find it. It's here on this channel. If you want to know how to use any of these things, go to your thumbtack, send me an email, find out, and just ask. And I'll answer anything that you want. Come on. Like, I'll help you. Like, a lot. When things come up, how do they make you? But the thing is you need to allow life to just happen. All the time, like right now. It's okay. Allow things to take place. And just see what goes on. Live. Like, a lot. Anything that you do, you can learn anything from. In a real place. Want to do a lot. This. They're just everywhere. this is a good thing. It can be very helpful, a lot. But you need to be able to use it. You want to be able to heal a lot. It's important to understand that people just need to heal, like all the time, and want to be something else, want to be the best thing that you can understand to live. Minimizing, parents, neglected, a lot of things that can be known. Don't allow anything to hinder you from wanting to be good. Everything just kind of goes wild. Learn the reason why you have a place. Like you're here for a moment. There's a reason, like in a real way. How are you using everything that you have as tools to help? How are you doing that? I can understand how life can turn into something that's hard to, how do I even begin? How do I even just, you have to really need to understand a lot. If you're at that moment of, there's just some things that I need to understand about anything, you need to ask me. And we need to start discussing a lot. Thumbtack. It's a good question. It's good things to know. How are you? How is everything going? Whenever you look around at everything that you do you feel good about the choices that you make all the time in a real way? Whenever you're walking in areas, do you start to feel certain emotions that are like, oh, why did that make me feel that way? You're doing it. Something's going on. You need to understand where that's actually occurring and how it's going around. If you look at other videos that I've done earlier, maybe a year or so, you can see how everything is not the same. I start talking about a crown chakra. That's gotten like some people talking about some things. And they're relating it to some experiences that they're having. They're looking in comments and checking out those different people that are exploring a lot of the same types of things that I'm doing. And they're having a lot of the same types of feelings and emotions that are running through them. Some of them are getting hot, some of them are getting cold, and understanding how things are starting to feel coming through, and how things are working together, and how everything is being seen, and things are starting to change and blur. Want to know the reason why you even came. Like there's a time of a being anointed and a rebirth of something from inside that's going to go on, like within a lot. It's being prepared like more than people get. It's a lot. You need to be doing more. And just wanting to understand how openings of love can be going on, like all the time. But go through these things and understand how you can be cleaning what you have. To begin wanting more of how you can want to love everything in a real way. Not, oh, this person is doing this, I should be doing that. No, like in a quiet room alone, without anybody's judgments or anybody's feelings and emotions. How are you? And just be real. And it's okay. And just keep going through those things a lot, all the time. And see where that goes. If you need help, that's why we're here. Like, please reach out all the time. So we can be teaching everybody about how to be doing this in the right way. Reflections are it's a big deal. We need to be doing more, a lot. Let's do anything that we can be understanding in life, like more, all the time. It's like a big thing.